Morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, I'm on different time that you expect me. You maybe expected me earlier, guys, but you guys don't know. Can't make people study you in life. So you always have to go by your frequency and your time, okay? So, guys, yes, happy Friday, day. What was that? Happy Friday. Smile, guys. It's Friday. Yay, yay. And we made it. Yes, we can. And we're free. And that's the greatest, guys. So we're going to start. Without health and strength, how would you feel? Without God in the midst, where would you be? You feel me? So we always have to think about that. That's one. And not only that, guys, we always have to make sure that we take care of we. So if it's payday for you, big up your nice, clean self. Pay yourself first. Save some for the rainy day. So I just want to smile. It's Friday. Put a smile on your face, but a sad one indeed. So we're all the way in Africa, guys, and we're going to unpack the story. I have a small audio and a small video to collab, okay, with this content, with this story. This story is very long, so I don't want to take long to big you up and tell you to roll on in. So roll on in. So mega short, pull up another YouTube. I don't watch nobody. All of you guys, come on in and listen to the big bad content. Come on in with all your friends. So pull up in the YouTube. I don't watch nobody. All right, guys? So let's continue and let's get on with the story. This is a sad story. Imagine that your dreams is to play footballer. Imagine your dreams is to make it in the big world of football. And when you hide and look, you end up scammed by agent that was watching you, stalking you basically, and end up killing you for ransom money that your parents couldn't pay. So that's why we came out on this story, because if it's football, then I believe that this was supposed to be a highlight, because you don't know how it goes, guys. So let's unpack the story. Smile, it's Friday, and let's me have your attention, please. And so I could unpack the story quick and fast. So let's get into it. They killed my only son. The young West African footballers scammed by fake agents. Say who? Shekatori died after being lured aboard in one of growing number of extortion schemes, tricking talented teenagers with dreams of making it big. So it's a big scam out here going on, guys, with these kids' dreams and hopes. Disturbing and troubling, but what can we say, right? Let's get on in the story quick and fast. All right. The last time Didio Sokhana spoke to her teenager son, he seemed subdued. His voice sapped after all the optimism. He had set off with a journey, on a journey supposed to put him on the road to a career as a professional footballer. After that, Carl Chekitor went silent. His mother WhatsApp messages to his phone received only the dreaded single tick, indicating they had not been received. Soon afterwards, a man with a foreign accent rang her from the number she did not recognize and told Sakan her son was dead, and then hung up. Okay? So he's not going to be the first and he's not going to be the last. But because he's a real good baller, this came highlighted in this week, not too long in the paper. Okay, guys? I screamed. My son was dead and I'm broken, she says. They killed my only son. Okay? The 18-year-old, a promising goalkeeper from Senegal, capital Dakar, died in October, just weeks after leaving home. So this is a big scam, like I'm saying to you guys, right? He thought he was heading for Morocco, where he would have a club trials and meet agents and international coaches. Instead, he was taken 100 miles away to Ghana, where he was ordered to ring home and tell his family to send his captors money. All right? So they've been preying on these young boys that come, because remember, in Africa, if you're paying football and can continue to pay footballer, I'm assuming that the family have some kind of money, right? So when they ring on these people and say, hey, I'm an agent, come on, I could make you meet international coaches and I could make you reach far, and I'm at this, that, then obviously as a family, you're gonna jump to that because you want your son to be the next footballer, right? So that is what happened. He left and they basically trick him. And when they get a hold of these kind of people that they know they have a little bit of money, they call the family, and if the family could send them ransom money, perhaps they will let you go. But sometimes they will take the money and end up killing you. So in this situation, it seems like the family couldn't pay the money they claim, and they killed this boy because they tricked him and claimed that they were footballer or football agents. Okay, guys, let's continue. He thought he was heading to Morocco, like I said, and he ended up in Ghana, guys, where he was ordered to ring home and tell his family to send some captors money, right? While the number of aspiring footballers across Africa falling victim, like I said, to such extortion scams is unknown, like I said. There is evidence that increasing number are being caught up by fake agents and illegal football academies who convince them to travel to trials or academies or to meet club agents in other countries. For many, it will seem to be a rare chance to carve a pathway out of poverty into the European football clubs whose names many West African boys grow up knowing. Like I said, so they're preying on their dreams, their hope, and everything of this sort, right? A survey of more than 250 footballers in several African countries carried out by the International Players Union in 2023 found 70% had received, okay, unsolicited approaches from agents claiming they could help them move to a new club, which half of these things they're claiming it's scam. And then in more than half of the cases, their promised trials did not happen. You see what I'm saying? 56% did not receive a trial they had been promised, and 44% did not get a contract they expected to sign. So they basically gave them promise to comfort to a fool, basically, right? Like many others, Tory was convinced the football could provide for his family, so can sell vegetables from a stall, and Tory father works for the city authority. Okay, rising early each morning and taking several buses from their home on the city outskirts to get to work. All right, his younger sister died after failing. Okay, and falling ill 2 years ago. All right, so you know how these people they talk different, right? Some people would have just say falling ill 2 years ago, but they say failing and falling ill 2 years ago. It's all good, people, right? Anyhow, Cheka had mercy, had every intention to make me happy and proud. And that's why I trusted him when he said he was to travel to Morocco to train with a football club. He insisted I let him go, says Sakan. That's the mother of the victim. This young boy was only 18 now, a big goalkeeper, a big footballer, right? But he just needed help to go to other clubs. That he wanted to go to Morocco was not unusual, says the father. A researcher focused security and organized crime in North Africa. They say basically exploiting these promising footballer. The region exploited by what he described as a form of organized crime, like I said, networks, okay? Agent scouts poorly run, all right? And corrupt government official who help issue visas, all right? The network promised young players contracts or trials with clubs in North African countries or Europe, where salaries for footballers are much higher than in their home countries. All right? You can get in North Africa up to around 20,000, all right, or 30,000 per month. It's a good salary for him. It's a way to become better financially and also a way to jump into Europe, as the Moroccan League or Algerian leagues are not to some extent well followed in Europe. All right, says their family. Oh boy. The family see it was a way out of poverty, so they push their kids to travel without knowing that they are pushing them to extreme poverty, extreme misery, and into danger. Oh, Father. So they always say, at times, You're in poverty, but sometimes chasing your dreams make you end up worse in poverty. Sometime. Good morning, Lay. Good morning. Thank you for stopping by. Right? So all of that, right? So they're trying to chase their dreams, play football really, really good, and all of those kind of things, right? Something you can't live without. Exactly. Right? So let's continue. So this is just kind of crazy for me, people. He's a young, promising footballer. You know what I mean? He told his mom that he was going. Mom, hesitant, didn't want to send him. You know, that mother instinct. And he said, no, ma, this will be my future. No, ma, this is the way how we're going to get out of poverty. What kind of work the mom does? The mom selling a stall. The dad works with authority, a little bit in the city, kind of. The dad have to take several bus in the morning time to go to work. So they're poor, but they could survive, in other words, right? Anyhow, let's continue in the whole content. It's a long paragraph, guys, so I really don't want to drag it out. But anyways, we're just going to get to it, right? Agent often approaches young players at local academies, telling them their talent could flourish at a larger stage and claiming they have already delivered the success for other players now playing in Europe. But the promise comes when a fee that must be paid upfront that can amount to thousands of pounds. In Tory's case, it was 220,000 West African CFA Francis 300 E300. Sakan remembers Tory's desperate voice when he called home. His captors were demanding 850,000 CFA for his release. Do what you can to send it to me, he pleaded. Jaja. Sakan scrapped together the money, first transferring 500,000. So the father and mother had some kind of money somehow, right? And then another 150,000, hoping the little remaining would not cause a problem, that the people involved would understand it was difficult for her to raise such vast money. But then Tory stopped responding to her calls and messages. The unknown man who dropped off Tory's body at the hospital in the Ghanaian city of Kumasi in the mid-October claimed he had been in a car crash, but police in Ghana have said that the wounds were found on his neck and his stomach. Jaja. Senegal's Football Federation said authorities in both Senegal and Ghana were investigating, but it appeared Tory was a victim of a network of fraudulent recruiters who lured him out of the country and called on his families to scrutinize any offers they receive. Tory's death is an extreme example of what can happen to young players, but has come across cases where families have lost their entire savings to pay fees to agents, only to find their children have been abandoned by those who recruited them without any academy or club to play for. Last month, in Zimbabwean footballer Marshall Mutusi, who plays for the UK's Wolverhampton Wanderers, said the issue of a young African players being scammed was more than a crisis, people. So they're killing them and they're scamming them and they're also extorting the families, people. So the reason why you see me come forward this morning, this topic, this content is very important, very scary, and it's imminent and it's in danger, and we need to talk about it like now. So share the content, share it to your friend, tell your families and friends, be aware. Mafon Amara, associate professor in sport management and social science at Qatar University, said fake agents exploit the success of previous football stars from Africa who have transformed their lives through the sport by reaching to Europe. Okay? The lucrative nature of the sports, coupled with a lure of high salaries, sport cars, and fashionable attire, has created a dreamscape that is often portrayed by FIFA and corporate affiliates. These entities sell their narrative of happiness and success associated with soccer, he says. So everybody want piece of the pie, basically. For Tory, it was not the glamour, but the love of the sport. Because like I said, people, he's a wicked footballer. Bad goalkeeper. For his mother, that drove him to accept the fake offer of playing in Morocco. Like I said, the day when he was going, the mom is like, no, don't go. And he said, mom, I gotta go, right? His TikTok videos were all of him playing football or training. His last showed him performing drills at a Dakar beach. All right? So that's how the man recruited him, because on his TikTok, he was always training, always doing the do when it comes to football. So at the end of the day, the man recruited him, the fake agent recruited him and tried to scam the mother or the family $850,000, okay, for his ransom. And he ended up dead, people. The mom transferred 550,000 and then transferred, I think, the next 150,000. And after that, they still killed him, right? A young, promising 18-year-old big footballer, right? Anyhow, that interested him. Okay, all that interested him was football. He's attached to the ball. His passion was only for football, says Sukana. That's his mom, right? The only other person who features in Tori's TikTok post was his mother. Her appearance plastered with heart emojis. He wanted me to be healthier and wealthy, to travel to Mecca. He was a good son. He was good to everyone he met, she says. He loved and trusted everyone. Perhaps it was the excessive trust in his peers that caused him all his harm. Remember, he had a sister, and the sister fell ill and died 2 years. So all of that brokenness, I think he was just wanting the family to be great, that he would have ended up in the football league or football team, you know, and go into Europe and make all of that money and help his family out of poverty, because his mom was selling vegetables at the stall and the dad was working in the city side. Okay, guys. So this is the footballer that called him out in the past and said, hey, whatever you guys are doing, extorting these young players is not good, because a lot of them are being killed and all of those kind of things. Yes. So all of those kind of stuff, guys. All right. I have the small audio for you guys somewhere here. So let me give you guys a small audio, and so you guys could understand more of the content, okay?
Clubs and scouts staying silent. This deserves global outrage. Comment justice for Sheikh if you agree.
1 second.
Football world in shock. Young Senegalese goalkeeper Sheikh Turi was kidnapped and murdered after being tricked with a fake trial. He was just 18, promised a chance to go pro. Instead, the scammers demanded ransom and killed him when his family couldn't pay. This isn't new. Remember when Barcelona legend Kini was kidnapped in 1981? How are big clubs and scouts staying silent? This deserves global outrage. Comment justice for Sheikh if you agree. Football world in shock. Young Senegalese goalkeeper Sheikh Turi was kidnapped and murdered after being tricked with a fake trial. He was just 18, promised a chance to go pro. Instead, the scammers demanded ransom and killed him when his family couldn't pay. This isn't new. Remember when Barcelona legend Kini was kidnapped in 1981? How are big clubs
okay,
and
guys,
staying
so
silent?
that's
This
the
deserves
only
global
small
outrage.
audio I could find on that. All right. You really can't find no other audio on that story, and that's the only audio, because you know most of these stories, like I said, end up in the paper and all of that. So you don't really going to see any much bigger you know, headline on that story. Quite so, and quite frankly. Okay, guys. Now I want to move on and talk about something else, you know. Because I'm trying to move on to make, because I'm kind of late anyway and I gotta run, so I'm trying to move on with the content then very fast, you know, to get the content out and to give you guys Friday content. Yes, I was supposed to come on the time that I usually come on, like 4 something, but you know how it is, man. I can't bother to get into it, but I'm here now, so I'm trying to unpack you guys Friday content. But nevertheless, guys, we want to get to this story, all right? And that's just actually following up with content that I did. I get you guys saw this content. I did this content already with you guys somehow, right? And if you guys look at my channel, rather, you guys will find the content as well there. Okay, so you guys know that 1 second. You guys know that this little girl with the Hurricane Melissa. Remember, I came and spoke about the story, and I said to you guys, this little girl was living in Jamaica, right? Her mother left from Jamaica and leave her with the grandmother to go and marry to her father, right? When Hurricane Melissa struck in Jamaica, their house was left in shambles and bambles. Remember I said that? Remember I came and spoke to you guys about that? Okay, let me show you guys the house. I'm trying to find the article here. 1 second. So I'm going to take off this. 1 second. There you go. So remember I came and unpacked the story already. And I said to you guys that the house was damaged to Melissa. And remember we said also that she's living with her grandmother in a shelter with 10 or 11 other people in one room. Remember we said so? And remember we said that the UK office, the mother was asking the UK office to expedite the visa because the house is in Ravel, and she's a young promising little girl, as in right here. Look how young she is. So because her mom's in the UK, father's in the UK, it would be right for the visa office to expedite her visa because it's a critical time, because the home is in shambles and bumbles, right? I showed you guys the home just now again, so I will just show you one more time because the home is in shambles and bumbles. So you guys don't know that automatically you would have some compassion. Automatically you would have some kind of, you know what I mean, heartbreak to know, say, okay, young girl like that was in this home and she escaped, literally, and she's right now homeless, living in a shelter with 10 other or more than. Remember that story? Now, not only that, guys, right here, UNICEF has launched an appeal to help an estimate 1.6 million children in the region to get access to essentials, okay, such as clean water. All right. So if UNICEF launch an appeal to estimated 1.6 children because of Hurricane Melissa need clean drinking water, and this little girl house is literally unraveled down to the ground, what make the visa office wouldn't grant the visa? You know what visa office said? Remember I said to you guys the other day that the visa office said, nope, you gotta wait your turn in line. Remember I said the visa office is looking at everybody application and talking about humanitarian and looking to see who's visa to this and that and that. Remember the other day, the people them that sit on the visa board is not some easy people, they claim, allegedly. Well, right here, guys, I need to shout it out. UK reject visa for the girl left in destitute in Jamaica by Hurricane Melissa. I should have come and unpack this in a content by itself, but I think at this time for me to come and talk about it too much, I think, and from a mom point of view and to the mom point of view, right, you don't want to sing and someone hurt, you know what I mean? Because we're not looking views that way. We're just trying to highlight some of these treacherous content out here and these kind of story out here, because sometimes they're not getting any views, as in the world knowing what's going on, to put their highlight or to protest or what have you, you know, or to write to the visa office or what have you. You know what I mean? So sometimes these are some of these stories that are in newspaper where nobody are reading. We come across and we put out here because we know that it's not getting any highlight. So the visa has been rejected. The visa has been rejected, guys. I came and spoke about this. I came and spoke about how the mom and dad fought. They paid their $4,000 visa application. Remember, the dad and the mom was in the UK and they had to save up to pay 4,000 visa application. I never know say it's so expensive for a visa application in the UK. £4,000. And I keep on saying $4,000, but sorry, £4,000. Right? For application for the little girl. All right? And they were asking if they could expedite the visa because this is an emergency situation, because the house is damaged, broken down. And the visa office reject the visa. It's right here. I'm showing you guys now. And I really don't want to go through the content again, guys. Like I said, the content is on my page. If you guys go on the content and go on live, you guys will find the content. You know what I mean? If you guys are interested in the story, because I came and unpacked the story already. All right? So I am going to show you guys the story and see if I could even find it faster than for you guys with this story. Okay? It's way down in the waters. I believe I did this story way down. Yeah, man, that story is way down. I don't even know where to find that story because I did right here. So I did that story 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I did this story, and right here's the story.
Yeah, we have made it.
One second.
By Hurricane Melissa.
Listen.
Latiana Brown's parents, who
Listen.
have been saving to pay for a UK visa application, say situation is now an emergency.
Listen.
Okay? A distraught couple are appealing to the Home Office to expedite a visa decision and speedily grant permission for their 8-year-old daughter to join them in the UK after Hurricane Melissa left her homeless and destitute in Jamaica. Latiana Stephanie Brown is being cared for by her grandmother in Cash Hill, Hanover, a part of the island that was badly damaged by the storm. Her Jamaican mother, Carrie Ann Bigby, came to the UK to join her British father, Jerome Hardy, in April 2023.
Listen.
The couple married earlier this year. The couple who lived in North London have been saving up to pay the visa application fee for more than $4,000 to enable their daughter to join them in the UK. They applied for a settlement visa for her in June and are still waiting for the Home Office decision. They say that after Hurricane Melissa, an urgent situation has become an emergency. Their lawyer and the couple's local MP, Don Butler, have urged the Home Office to expedite making a decision on the visa. Okay? Hardy, a telecommunications worker, said, "We're just waiting for a decision from the Home Office in the hope that we can jump on a plane to Kingston, rescue our daughter, and bring her safely into the UK." All right? The family home in Cash Hill has been completely destroyed. And I will show you
Okay.
right here and right now. All right?
So I did that story already. So we're not going. So this is an update. Remember I say to you guys, if I come and unpack a story and we have an update, we get to a resolution, we get to a solution. If it's a trial and we get to a verdict, we're on the story. I come true when I drop the story. That's I keep on saying it takes long for me, more time to come out, more time, and tell you guys this all the time that it's not easy to do this kind of content. Because remember, I'm giving you guys update and I'm dropping the content as well. So that's why I keep on saying to you guys, for you guys to know what I'm talking about, just go and watch the content. I always plead to you guys over and over and over. So if you're interested for you to keep the for you to update with this story, you gotta watch the content. So when I come with an update, I'm not even supposed to be coming and revising the content again like I did like what I did yesterday, because it's unfair for me, because I feel like, okay, now you guys gonna take me for granted, which it doesn't really matter to me at some point. But some point you begin like, hey, these people are supposed to be doing their research because that's the way how you expect to gauge with your audience, right? I'm telling you the content, you're looking about the content, reading about the content, doing your research, so we could always say, yay, the content is true. Yay, she really come with the content, right? That's the way how I think people should blog. I don't know, maybe I put too much in the blogging, but that's what I'm saying, guys. So at the end of the day, that was a story. So now we get to the solution. Now we get to bottom grounds. They reject the visa. Jaja. They reject the visa, oh. They reject the visa. Jano Star. So I could imagine how mama feels. So that's why I'm just giving you an update in this content instead of me go do a whole content again on this content. Because I don't want to repeat a content. But an update, I could have given you guys a content on this because it's update. So from the bottom of my heart, mama, hold strong. I'm sure there's a process that you're going to appeal this. I am sure, but it costs money. If it's $4,000, £4,000 for the application already, imagine how much it is now to go and appeal that in this kind of hard time. So our heart and soul goes out. Our heart and soul goes out, because at the end of the day, people, it's not easy that you, the father and mother, somewhere else and your baby somewhere else. And remember, they don't really have anywhere to live, guys. Because remember where they're living. You guys remember where they're living. They're living in a shelter with many others. Okay, guys? So we have to shout our heart and soul goes out. So they reject the visa application after these people poured their $4,000, knowing that the home of the child is destitute, knowing that the father and mother is still remaining in UK, and the baby is all, you have to call her a baby because she's very young, all the way in Jamaica with the grandma, homeless because there's no home. You understand what I'm saying, people? So I don't know how come a lot of people didn't highlight this, but it's troubling and disturbing for me, because at the end of the day, guys, I mean, why would they reject the visa? I am not sure. So I guess a mom has to appeal this, and dad and mom have to appeal this. And it's going to take a while again, and it's going to go in the queue again as many others. Judge of God. So if you guys didn't know, now you know. And if you never heard about it, now you heard about it first. And if you care about it, the content is on my page. Go watch it, please, and thank you. And in that same content, there's many other topics like how I do. Remember, the many other topics that I give you guys, I could be selfless and don't give you guys no topics, and just those topics make it to be a whole content. But we're not really running down views, right? We want to come true, right? And we want to really come and get the real audience more than the fake ones, them, right? So we're not depend that. We're not in no haste of building this, right? Because like I said, I am able-bodied, and I go out there, go utilize my able self. So we really not run down nothing much in life other than because we're okay, as long as we have health and strength, as long as we have a roof over our head and we can eat, and we're good, man. You see me I say? Because you can't run down your shadow. If you run down your shadow now, you will never catch it. So we're in no haste. We're at a pace. Remember, I told ya. You get it? So they don't teach me like a 1 and 2 song them over here. Because at the end of the day, you guys know where you guys heard it first. Okay, guys? So nevertheless, so that's what I'm saying, people. So it's troubling and disturbing. And to mama, keep on praying. This is a situation where mama and daddy has to think about now. Are we going to move back to Jamaica? And move back to Jamaica where? Because they just sent their $4,000 to do the visa. They're maybe trying to pay their bills where they at. You know what I mean? And if you're going to sponsor somebody in the country, you can be on any money other than disability. I believe in the UK still have the same rules. If you're on welfare, you can't sponsor nobody really. But if you're on disability, you can. Right? Right? So at the end of the day, okay, how much job and mama can work to go back and save up to go back now to go and live with the little girl right now, right? And I'm assuming that they're already sending down money already for the little girl and the grandma to help them with some kind of stuff that they need, because remember, everything was in shambles and bumbles. Remember, they may be left with everything on their back, because remember, the place was destitute. The place was in shambles and bumbles. Nothing could have saved. So I don't understand the UK visa. And let me address the elephant in the room with this. UK not too long had their power over Jamaica. And UK is, and England or whatever, the monarch is still tied to Jamaica, right? So why aren't they not helping more than so much other people out there where you see a port all of these aid? Why is UK would be the first one to say, okay, we're going to open some of these places in UK for some of these people to come for at least 6 months, 7 months until they can rebuild? Because didn't they not take so much out of Jamaica and own some part of Jamaica already? So why they couldn't even help in the situation greatly? Although I'm sure they sent some kind of aid. But like at this kind of situation, because her mom or dad is in the UK, they're working. And they're not saying, okay, I'm going to bring my child and live off the system. They're saying, we're working. She's destitute. Okay, although, we applied for her visa. We wanted to wait in the line like everybody else. We wanted to wait our turn. But at this point in time, it's an emergency. So can you please? And they said, nah, bruh. Nah. Not at all. The visa is reject and she's not coming. Make that make sense for you. So if you care about this story, go read about the story. And if you care about the story, go on my live and go watch it all, please and thank you. Okay, so that's the update. So when you see on my title, update, I always come and update certain things that I drop already. And please, guys, don't let me have to continue to revise what I drop already to give you guys an update. Because when I drop this, you guys should understand. Say, I already drop it. And some of you guys should be shouting in the comment section, yeah, man, you already drop it. All right, move on. The more I come and talk and revise some things, the more time is less for you guys to get what you guys have to get in this content. So don't have to be mindful, bro. Help me to help you guys to deliver the content easily. With breeze and ease. Why have to work so hard? Because acting like I'm getting paid out of this now. Come on. It's good for someone to come and give you guys different story. I don't know, out here, curse every day and a sucking and to talk about body, breasts and this. Aren't you guys not tired? Don't you guys want something else? You guys have to get you guys' brain out of the gutter and make sure someone hears something else while going in the world be. You just can't keep your brain one part. Guys, you have to be subtle and open-minded. I don't know how you guys live, bro, but that's what I'm saying. So it's more you guys have here different content is better for you guys, right? I would think. Anyways, we have 20 more minutes to give you guys possible, all right? So that was the content, guys. So that was the update. So I had to give you guys that quick and fast, all right? Anyhow, we want to talk about some other things because I'm not staying along with you guys. I gotta run, man. Really run, like a run. All right. Um, now with the with the with the traffic football situation, the reason why I dropped that little girl in this because I think it was more important before I even get to other footballers who were tricked by fake agent and killed. Okay, I want to drop a little part of it. I was supposed to drop it after the football situation, but this was very important and I didn't want to forget because I'm gonna jump off of the live sooner or later. So I had to drop this because this was update. This is imminent. This is right now. This is a disaster. So we had to shout and impact this because this is a young child. And as a mother and father, would you like to be sleeping in your bed and your baby is not with you? And hurricane ravel the island and you don't really know how she is other than if you talk her on phone, if they have power where they are. Because some parts of the island still don't have power. Good water to drink. You see what I'm saying? So it hurt me. But we know how UK, we know how the monarchies they were from day one, allegedly. So we're not surprised when it comes to empathy, sympathy when it comes to the black folks and the Jamaican race. I'm not surprised when you get these kind of things because most likely some of the times, at times, things don't go in our favor. But nevertheless, guys, I want to come and say and shed some more light on the footballers, how these agents are scamming them and scamming their family and killing them off. Okay? So let's unpack a little bit more and jump off of this quick and fast. All right? So I want to shout happy Friday now.
Yusuf Gay. He's from Senegal's suburb of Rufisque, and in January, a man from Gambia presenting himself as a football agent told him he had talent and had found a club for him to join in Dubai.
Listen.
Yusuf thought his dreams had come true and was told he just needed to pay the man $3,500.
I don't want a copyright strike, guys, so I'm going to give it in and out, okay?
So they sold their car and borrowed money for the trip, but there was no club to host him. He ended up in prison for months, accused of overstaying his visa, and was then deported back.
I am so disappointed to have spent $3,500 and go to Dubai only to return empty-handed. It's just so difficult to live with this and start all over again.
Gay is not alone to have been duped. According to a recent report from the University of Nottingham in the UK, at least 15,000 young men were trafficked from West Africa to Europe and the Middle East in 2021.
So many need to shout out the content again. So this is what I'm talking about. So you see when you see me come and sit down here, man, out of my good time, I want you guys to watch the content and I want you guys to always be updated with the content instead of for me to revise the content. Maybe sound ignorant, but I'm just saying it takes a lot of time for me to come and sit down here and come and people will be rude and say, okay, but nobody don't tell you to come. But literally, I'm sure a lot of you guys like the content because I see when I come forward in a right time, right motion, you guys are here. So you guys do like the content, right? So at the end of the day, you guys have to help me to help you guys because the lesser time I have to spend on a content, really, the more content you guys get. I'm just thinking about the future now. We always think about the future and moving on. We can't think about yesterday. But I'm just saying, guys, the more you guys update yourself on the content, the more we can move on into some other topics, some more the better things, some more other contents, right? And the topics that I'm giving you guys in one content, more than one topic, I could have turned those things into content, but I don't because I'm not being greedy. I'm in no haste. I'm doing my pace. Okay, guys? Remember, good man. So right now, like I said to you, look at the title. Like I said, on the title there, guys, it said what? The footballer was scammed by fake agent and killed. Mother sent the ransom money was 850,000. Mother sent over 550,000 and then sent over the next 150,000 and then the boy was killed. A promising footballer, goalkeeper. So what did they just say? A lot of these boys in Singalese, youngster boy that wants to play ball and a bus gun, are being faked, scammed by fake agents and being killed people. So this is the content we come to unpack. But this little girl pull on our heartstrings, so we had to deliver the update and the content that we drop because we have the real deal. We're not coming to drop content for views. When I come and drop a content, if there's an update on it, I come chat. Like when I come chat out the content. Yes? You get it? So we're real and true to the... All right? So let's a little bit more and we're going to move on because I got to run.
With a promise that minors. Génération Foot is a football academy where the Senegalese star Sadio Mane was spotted. Here they
sent to the French football club Metz, but the vast majority of the young men that you see on this pitch will not make a living playing professional football. There'll be disappointment for them to carry of their families, but also of entire communities and villages that have supported them. Many hope this 22-year-old central defender, Ousmane Sow, will be selected by a professional club.
So there.
My family, my friends, my community, everybody is waiting on me to succeed.
Success means a contract. Not only does the academy make money on a potential transfer, but the player's community expects to cash in too. His is a possible future worth betting on, one that may mirror that of a famous Senegalese player.
Okay.
If you look at what big names in football and
So we don't want to drag it out. So now you get the drift of the story that we came and unpacked with this young man. So that's the story. All right? That is the story. So this could have been your son or whoever. He was 18. Got a phone call. He was always on TikTok, doing his thing, playing his football. Big bad goalkeeper. And they call him and recruit him, saying that they're agent, that he's going to meet all these kind of coaches and all of these kind of people, international people, to recruit him and all of this. And they recruited him and take him, and they made a phone call to his mom asking for ransom money, and they end up killing him, bro. So this is not only him. There's more than, as you hear the story that I read, and as you hear this right now, people. So I only came with the receipts, and because when it came to his story, the audio or the video was so short, not even maybe a minute of his story, because you know most of these stories are not going to go in the headline. These are not going to go on CNN that most of us watch, right? You know what I mean? You don't expect to get this kind of story in many media. You're going to get it on small medias. If you do watch these things, or maybe little African media story, you will hear it if you watch African, and most of the time it's in African language, whatever language they speak. So it's hard for you to understand. And then so most of the time they don't translate it, right? You understand what I'm saying? So these things are in paper. So if you sit down with a good paper more time, this is the story that you will come up with. I most of the time, you know, when you're at work, you know, more time you sit down and take a break off of your phone, because more time you got to take a break off your phone, right? You have to put the phone down at times. You get me? So you take up a paper and you read. You take up a book and you read. You take up a little puzzle and you do a little puzzle. I don't know what you guys do though, but I'm just saying. You know what I mean? And you do your little thing. So people just like phone, but the phone is not healthy for you. And it's not good. Remember, I tell you that, yes? Because when anything strike and you can't use the phone, you're going mad out. So you have to make sure that you have a level. Self-control, yes. And I've been telling you guys this over the years. Self-control. Please and thank you. So you have to put the phone down so you can practice yourself to put the phone down in case phone go out of service. Like one time, I think maybe last year, sometime the phone them weren't working. They gave you guys a glitch about it last time. And one time again over here, the debit and credit machine them weren't working. You couldn't tap. And nobody most of the time never have no money. So imagine if that did go on for 1 week. What would have happened to everybody else that don't spend cash? You understand? So you have to prepare yourself. You don't know. Okay, everybody wants to be God. Everybody wants to prove this. Everybody wants to be scientists and mad scientists. So no, these days you don't know. So you got to prepare yourself. You understand? So when you think about it, people, the life nowadays days that we're living, people are doing everything. They're selling children. They're recruiting young boys. They're killing young boys. They're doing all of these kind of things. So we got to be mindful. Anyways, guys, wrapping up. Let's get to the White House for a second. And we're going to wrap up this content quick and fast. So let's get to the White House, okay?
Now at 11, an ambush attack near the White House turns deadly as chilling new details emerge about the suspected gunman. Good evening, I'm Micah Ullman.
And I'm Lindsay Pena. Cher has the night off. One of the two soldiers shot during a brutal and targeted ambush has died from her wounds.
The second soldier is clinging to life, and tonight investigators are revealing more about the Afghan national charged in the attack. John Fenolio live in the KTLA News Center where he's been tracking developments. John.
Michael Lindsay, tonight that investigation is intensifying. There are questions about the suspect's motive and his asylum status under the Trump administration. But it was the news of National Guard Specialist Sarah Beckstrom's passing today that shocked the nation. She served for before I went on President Trump yesterday. She's Sarah Beckstrom, who was gunned down in Washington, D.C. yesterday.
She's looking down at us right now. Her parents are with her. It's just happened. She was savagely attacked. She's dead.
The president making the announcement during a Thanksgiving address to service members from his Mar-a-Lago resort. Beckstrom and 24-year-old Air Force Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf
both of the West Virginia National Guard were on duty just a few blocks from the White House when authorities say they were ambushed. Wolf remains in critical condition. Prosecutors say the gunman is 29-year-old Remanuallah Lochinwal of Afghanistan.
Murder.
He allegedly carried out his attack with a .357 revolver
My God.
driving from his home in Bellingham, Washington, where he'd been living with his wife and 5 children.
You're there.
The wrong target and the wrong country. And you'll be sorry for the violence and the evil that you perpetrated in our nation's capital.
My
The FBI
word.
is searching the suspect's home, now investigating the attack as a possible act of terrorism. The suspect reported...
You know, the funniest thing, when other people shoot down the whole place, you hear they're mentally ill and all this. When everybody else from a different national background shoot them, they say they're terrorists. I don't get it. Anyhow. What is the difference? This man go shoot up these people when you see other people shoot up police. I don't get it. But you know, whatever it is. But imagine that you have 5 children, you have your wife, and you decide to go behave like a disaster and go shoot down the whole place. So now you're gonna leave your family in disarray. Your kids them gonna grow up knowing that you are this, and your wife have got to struggle now to go raise those 5 children on her own. Oh my! Sometimes when people don't think, they can't think. So they say if you do the crime, then you gotta do the time. I got nothing to say. If they find him guilty and he really did that, well, you gotta do the crime. You gotta do the time now. So we can't feel sorry for people who out here want to create a mayhem in the public, right? We gotta be mindful, right? Really gotta be mindful, okay? Anyways, we want to talk about Ray J. Let's get to hip-hop, so-called hip-hop. I don't really know what Ray J did other than allegedly he was around Whitney Houston. Allegedly, he was the boy toy. Allegedly, he was the supplier. Allegedly, he was there leaving quietly. Allegedly, when Whitney Houston was found in the bathtub. Allegedly. We get to understand, say, before that killing or that murder or that overdose, allegedly, Whitney Houston did pass, allegedly, Brandy a note or a letter, allegedly. We get to understand that night Whitney Houston body was in the building still when Clive kept the party in the party, kept the party in the building. Allegedly. Well, did he come out on news anyway that Clive came out and still kept the body and still kept the party, the go-ahead party that he was keeping. All of those kind of story. So Ray J from last time came and Nicki Minaj live and whatever and behave abnormal that he wants to be with the Barbs. Right? Give me a second. And then he behaved crazy without Ray J. Then Ray J came out and said something about the ABC group and how he feels about them and da-di-da-di-da, and he's not one of them, da-di-da-di-da, allegedly. Everything I say is allegedly now. Please and thank you. And then Ray J do the most about Diddy and he come out and he talk and he carry on. Then Diddy son them slap the shit out of him and Diddy did that. He's been going on a speed more than speed bump itself. Now Ray J find himself in the house, have gun in his hand, threatening his ex-girl or girl and man and sister. So let's get to Ray J outburst with the gun and arrested with the gun. Please and thank you. 1 second.
Whoa, bro. Now I got my kids in here with me.
1 second.
Whoa, bro. Now I got my kids in here with me. Like, I'm not, like, ain't nobody taking my kids away from me on Thanksgiving. Throwing it down.
Why?
They in my house. They making threats to me.
I have to give you the screen like that guy because we don't want copyright strike, please.
Take my kids?
Here now.
Okay.
Judgment.
Watch how they quiet.
Oh, Father
Take
God.
my kids because y'all drunk. Y'all want to drive drunk? Y'all want to drive drunk? Drive
People
drunk.
don't want the copyright strike. I want to really give you the whole video, but sit there.
Drive drunk. Drive
See?
drunk, princess. Go ahead. You want to take my kids? You and your drunk cousin? Because y'all drunk as f***ing y'all alcoholics? Take my kids then. Go ahead. Who's gonna drive? Tony, he's been drinking too. Who's been driving? Everybody. I didn't point nothing at y'all.
You pointed a gun at us.
I didn't
You're
point
there.
nothing at y'all. Yeah, whatever.
You pointed a gun at us.
Why did you wake my daughter up?
You pointed a gun at us.
Why did you just wake my daughter up?
Judgment on the Thanksgiving
Why did you wake
sacrifice
my daughter?
day. Oh,
Because you selfish. You're drunk.
You're a woman abuser.
another black man going to the dust with the gun.
Like you're taking my daughter?
Grow the up.
All right,
Seriously,
cool.
you need to.
You're not taking my son.
Ray.
Like, I know you're not taking my son. Hey, don't hold on.
I want to interject. Not only that, you hear she's saying in the fast, you threaten us with a gun, and then he come back in the video and said, I'll shoot you to one of them in the house. So how can you tell the prosecutor or the world that you never said so? On Thanksgiving now, you know, the kids are in the house now, you know, Ray J. Why, Ray J, you've been running around, so you've been running around from one end to the next, but it's always some allegedly on your name. So I'll just kiss my teeth little and pass and let the crowd hear walk one. See it there? You're there? What am I going to do to the people that I'm shoot the F out of ya? Let me take off the screen a little bit so I don't want a copyright strike. You hear that?
I know you will, but stop. I'm trying to help you out.
Say I want to kill you. Do you hear this boy?
I'm going to pull up right now. Chill. All right, cool.
All a death threat too, you know.
All right, let's go.
It's dark, people. It's in the dark as you can see. So they're wrestling in the dark. They're off the camera. You hear that? Get out the house before you shoot you. More than one time, you know, B. Ray J. Sitting with an anchor cuff on Thanksgiving. Oh, the black race. They woke up the kids now. Kids were sleeping now, you know, and Princess is like, yo, I need my kids. Because you threaten us with the gun now. Hear that? Hear that now, folks. They're off the camera. It's just all dark. So that's why I put back on small. It's Friday. See? So that's a guan and that's a guan, right? Okay. So from there, Ray J came out and said, this what happened there. So we'll give you the next part. 1 second, okay?
Leave. The kid is upstairs sleeping in my bed. You want to...
1 second.
All right. We grown-ups.
So this is his version
You want to leave.
of the story.
The kid is upstairs
This is his version now.
You want to go upstairs and take the kids, wake them up into this grown-up argument which shouldn't have happened. Instead of letting them sleep, you want to snatch her and take her with you. Then you got a dude coming in my bedroom where my kids is asleep, and they're trying to get in my bed and take my kids because all of y'all are drunk. Y'all can't drive with these kids drunk. I'm not letting that happen. This dude is coming in my room, getting in my bed to take my kid. I'm going to defend my kids, and I'm going to defend my space. And now, when they call the police, no problem. I'm sure the police going to come and understand what I'm going through.
You're not going to understand shit. You're going to be locked up. You're threatening them to kill them, bruh.
They're in there snatching my kids out of the bed.
Ray J.
Waking up, yelling and screaming and crying.
Them say a long time he deserves some jail time, bro. Allegedly.
Dude is getting my kid out of the bed, bro. I'm going for mine. For my kids, I'm going to double down on that. Y'all can't do that. But you know what? It is what it is. I love my kids. I'm not playing about my kids, and that's it. That's it. I'm in my house. Y'all in my bedroom. Taking my kids out of the bed at 4 in the morning.
You're the victim.
With a man, with you, in my bedroom. I don't know what else I would have done. I showed self-control. I didn't touch Princess. I didn't touch nobody until the nigga started trying to get in the bed and snatch my kid.
So you pull out the gun.
That's a whole nother thing, man.
Bro.
I'm in my house. I hate that this shit happened.
So in your house, so you stand my ground law. This is what the mama have to say.
At protecting my peace.
Yeah, maybe mama.
And staying off of social media and just going to work, taking care of my kids, minding my business. I love my kids. And I would never do anything to put them in danger, including leaving them with a man who's waving a gun around.
Ray J.
I would never do anything to put my kids' lives in danger. I'm the best mother, and I do it alone.
You're there.
I take my kids to school alone. I go to parent-teacher conferences alone. I put them to bed alone, while you're out here running around the world terrorizing women and abusing women.
Get in my feelings.
What I'm not about to do is let you deflect and not take accountability for your actions, for pulling a gun out on me and my cousin's husband because I was trying to take my kids and leave your house. I agreed to come over there and cook for Thanksgiving because I wanted you to be around your kids.
You're there.
With me present, because the last time I left them with you, they found you naked in a bed with a woman.
You're there. Here I'm neglectful as F.
You told me to myself.
Here ya.
And that I don't run shit over there.
Can we leave the people them drama and mix up alone? So we're gonna leave the mix up and the drama alone, yes? Cause of content we say. So if you like the mix up and the bagger, please visit Ray J and Princess and the whole shamba bambas that's happening over there and all the bacchanal that they're keeping up with. But you know, don't mix up really over here when I want it over here, right? We just give you the half of the iceberg and said finish up the iceberg. Whether you want to lick it in that side or lick it in that side or go through the iceberg, knock yourself out. Moving on, kissing our teeth and pass, literally. Yes, people, let's talk about a few things and then I'm going to run. Like literally and run. Let me see where I'm talking about now. If I can't find it, then I'm just gonna go about my business because yeah, I'm just gonna jump off of this live, to be honest, guys. I think I'll probably give you guys some content in the week. I mean, yeah, on the weekend possible. I have a few outings to go, stuff like that, you know, so those come first and stuff like that. Couple games I have to go and stuff like that. So those things come first, right? But I'm not saying you guys don't come first. You guys do come important as well, but you don't know family life is always first and I gotta do me and I always gotta be the mom first, right? But nevertheless, guys, thank you guys for stopping by. It's a pleasure as always. Happy Friday, smile on your face if it's payday and a peaceful day and everything of that sort. Just keep this little girl in your prayers. Just know that, you know, at the end of the day, she did deserve the visa because the home is in shambles and bambles, and we're gonna keep everybody in our prayers from Jamaica who are going through the you know, this devastated time of devastation and all of this that happened from Melissa and the help and everything that you've been doing. You know, our heart and soul goes out to you all. But this little girl, oh my God, UK office, you should have done better with this whole situation the way I see it, because her visa have been rejected and it's not a good look, right? But we're going to leave you guys with this right here. Friday is the key to unlocking a weekend of possibilities. And the only thing again, guys, we are free. So peace and love. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to revise the content and watch the content. Okay, people? Peace and love.